In this episode, the massive new city of Hectorstock is starting to feature on a map, and we can almost see it from space. Stay tuned. Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. Staring into our nation from the NATO border, the west, the border from the west, we can see a spectacular building has risen up fairly close to the border actually, and it is filling our neighbors with terror, or at least I think that's what it's supposed to do. We're really a prominent feature in the region, and that's absolutely awesome. I love it. This building has finished off, and so has a few others. I've got the snow out of the way, and I fixed a few other things like that train signaling issue that we've been having. So hopefully it's a smooth episode today. Now, this is done and it looks amazing. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Try and do it in a fair bit of slow motion. I mean, you can almost see this from space. Look at that. It's an amazing building. If we have a look at the rest of our nation, we can hardly see anything from here. But that's a spectacular building in the middle of these areas over here at the in our new city. And I've got an extra little piece here. We're going to rename our city. What are we going to rename it? So Husey, there was a few comments. Thank you so much for the comments with regards to the naming. Awesome ideas, all of them. But the one I like the most is the one that we haven't really used in this playthrough. So Husey suggested it. He actually had a look at who the composer of the background music was. I think so, or the creator or the composer or something like that. I didn't follow up to see if that is in fact correct, but he mentions that it's Rotem Hecht that's written this music or composed it or something to that effect. And so he suggested a couple of suggestions about paying homage effectively to the composer, and that's a very Soviet thing to do. So I thought we'd do that, and so the name of this new city of ours is going to be Hectorstock, which is absolutely awesome. I love the idea. Now, in order to do this though, I think what we're going to do is we're just going to rename a new area, and I believe it is, where do we get these terrain tools? Naming. City area name. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rename it right on top of the railway station over here. Oh, look at that. That's pretty close. Not at all. So what I'll do is I'm going to do that, and I'm going to try and delete some of these, right? Can we? Oh, we can. Does that expand this area? It does. Is there something else here we can remove? I'm hoping we can get this area to be quite big. Oh, beautiful, we can. So how? That's not good. I want to actually hit the name. There's the name. So how far is this area going? Oh, beautiful. It's really covering the entire area. I am a little, so that's probably in part of this border post, but that's actually covering our entire city. Fairly nicely. That's an awesome spot right there. So let's rename it as Hectorstock. And I don't know if I'm pronouncing this even remotely correctly, but I like the name. So thank you, Husey, for that name suggestion. Ooh, I've got a double C in there, which is not supposed to be there. And there we go, and save. So that's our new city's name. The city of Hectorstock. So now let's just see, did all of our other pieces rename? Yeah, it did. Okay, cool. Now, we don't have anybody living in here just yet, but we've tried to set up everything. Oh, there's been some other comments around, where's the parking and all these other kind of things, especially out here. Are we going to have people driving down here? And I think that's an awesome idea. I don't know. Well, there's a lot of stuff that's not in this city just yet, but it is starting to get there. I think we've got enough going on here so that we can actually open it up. So we've got schools, we've got hospitals without. It's still pretty cool though. Where do I see that? It's still 4 degrees only at this point in time. We'll bring in ambulances straight away. I've got a few ready to go. I'll just need to bring them over here. These construction offices actually has its vehicles ready to go. This is a depot. We should probably move a lot of vehicles over to this depot too. These are our crossings. We could do with another crossing over here. I think we should get one. Anyway, we'll get that now. Now, what I would like to do is hit the button and have this guy fill up with residents. So, let's unpause the game. We'll go a little slower. Just the slower speed. It's still pretty cool, though. I'm hoping we're not going to let everybody die. 4 degrees. Maybe let's give it a little while longer. Let's give it a little bit longer before we do that. Like, let's bring in our ambulances, and then we'll do it. And I should keep the game playing. Look, there's dropped to -3 yet again, so heating is still required. Coming over here to our ambulances. Where are they? I'm just trying to fill this place up a little bit. If I grab this building and we go over, we should be able to start moving them over here. I've had to build some fuel stations along the way because my vehicles were stopping without fuel, which is something that I did kind of contemplate and wonder about, but anyway, it ended up happening. So let's do that. We'll move a few of these guys over here so we'll at least have a bit of an ambulance, a bit of a hospital kind of setup ready to go. It would be cool if we can get everybody here while we wait for this to heat up just a tad. There we go. So is that all filled up now? Oh, it only takes 5. Okay, fair enough. So 5 ambulances is coming this way. We honestly need to. I do think I've set up some other buildings to be constructed. So the question is, concrete plant can't produce concrete source of gravel is empty, and the asphalt plant can't produce asphalt, and that's a worker issue, right? So that's not a big deal. What I am wondering about is where on earth is my gravel train? Let's quickly see about a gravel train, and then we'll see if that works. There's I'm going to talk a little bit about the issue we've been having at that other train platform where the vehicles kept getting stuck. We'll go and talk about that in just a minute. I just want to find our gravel train. It is, in fact, a dumper train, so that should make it easier. Yeah, gravel rail distribution. Does that actually make its way over here, or have we not decided to drop them off here yet? It does not seem like this station is, in fact, on the list there, so let's just have a look. Hectostock, yeah, no Hectostocks on there, so that's probably the reason for it. So let's just grab this train, this line. Oh, that is the line. Silly me. Okay, so where does it go? IC2, IC4. Then it goes over there where it's unloading. Then it goes. There's just so much of it. To be honest, I think I'm just going to set up a new train for gravel, because that guy is going to. I think point-to-point trains is really the way to go from your main distribution areas. Point-to-point trains. So I've built another number of trains. These trains are all moving. I was wondering about that for a minute there. Okay, we should have a train available. We've got that in the fourth one, and I think we've got, yeah. So let's just clean this guy out. Can you please, yeah, do that. Let's get rid of this. So that's going to be a gravel train. So please make your way to the 4th one over there. So you'll just spin it around. Oh, I paused it. We are building more locomotives, so we should be able to put some more trains on the lines, hopefully fairly quickly. Spin it around. Okay, while we wait for that guy, let's quickly talk about what we've done here. So I did a number of different things with the signals, and in the end, I think including I put a waypoint in here, because I found that sometimes some of these trains looped around and came from that side, and then these guys were kind of waiting for it. That's what gave it the yellow signal. But I think it wasn't just that. It was the ability for a train to come through this way that kept that on a yellow signal. So what I've done is I've disconnected this line over here, and I've just bypassed it through there. So the vehicles that are bypassing through here can still bypass, and now it does seem to be working. So I think that was the issue ultimately. Thank you so much for trying in the comments to assist with that. I do appreciate it. Okay, now, where is my train? Ready to go. Number 4 over here. Now, this is 60 tons. We don't need to run massive amounts of gravel, right? A single train like that should be more than enough. 240 tons of gravel back and forth should be more than enough for this this specific one. So let's close. Crap! Keep doing that. Keep doing that. So let's grab this guy. Close off any of this. Now what I'll do is I'll get rid of what we've got there, and what we'll do is we'll just set up a new line from the port of chaos where our gravel is being stored. Now the problem is at some point the loading over here may become a bit of an issue. Do we have gravel? I can't see gravel. Okay, so we're out of gravel. So hang on, before we move another train into it, maybe we need to bring in gravel from somewhere else. So where do my gravel trains come from? What is this guy? Let's call ore. So let's go back. So where's my big gravel producing facility? So this is full on. It's got lots and lots of gravel available over here for all kinds of different reasons, but we can't actually load it by train in this spot. What is that train? That is, see, this worries me tremendously because we're running out of coal all the time over here. So I'm almost tempted to duplicate this one by getting an extra coal train going. There is enough coal at that location. So let's quickly do the coal rail distribution line. Just double up on that first. So I'm going to do that first because running out of coal is a big ticket item, and it's probably why we've lost a few people along the way. So let's go back in here. For that one, I'd rather we do all of these. But that means our gravel over in hectare stock will not be ready to go. So let's just assign you to our it's not gravel, it's coal. It's coal rail distribution, which is that one. Yes, exactly right. So please make a start. So let's get that underway. That also means that on the list here, I would like to add 10 more hoppers. Six, 7, 8 hoppers, please. And what I'll do, I'm actually gonna bump up our people here just a little bit to see if we can't get this produced a little quicker. There's a lot of stuff being produced over here. And now that we've hopefully sorted this guy out, I'm hoping we'll get way more workers ready to go and come and work here. Yeah, look, we are producing at a pretty decent rate here. A pretty decent rate. It's practically full capacity, so it's not a too big of a deal. So let's do that as a starting point. Now, what's the temperature like? 15 degrees. Okay, with 15 degrees, to tell you the truth, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna purchase a little bit of gravel in this location, just so that we can make a start while we wait for some trains. So I'll purchase like 200 tons of gravel. That's gonna be no money whatsoever for us, and it's gonna allow us to do our thing pretty nicely. So now that'll be a fair bit of gravel. This gravel is in fact loading up at all these different areas where they need gravel also. We should have cement over here. Absolutely, cement is available. So it's just gravel that we're missing out on at the moment. That guy will go ahead and fill up itself. Now, let's get some people over here. Our ambulances have still not arrived, so they'll get here any time now. So I'm going to hit the button. It's still too low temperatures. 15 degrees is not that bad. I think people will be okay. It's already March, so let's just do it. Hit the button. We've got tons of people flooding into this building. There's going to be enormous amounts of people available over here. Productive age workers. This guy is going to fill up like crazy. Like crazy. I'm almost worried. I'm almost worried at that enormous amount of people. And I still don't think that's going to make a big difference with regards to our unemployment. not unemployment, adults living at home, because I think we've got a massive amount of them without own flight. Oh, only 4,000 now, and it's dropping quickly. So actually, we're going to make a bit of a dent into that number. That's awesome. That's awesome. About 1,000 tourists in our nation at the moment. Oh, no prisoners. I did read the latest developer blog or developer update, and I am getting quite excited about the new update that's coming in. Okay, let's build some super fancy. So yeah, we can't build it in this location by itself, but look at this. We should be able to get a little bit of something to happen right over here. So we'll get one on this side, and then what I'm thinking is doing a little something like this over here. And we'll get it as close to the road as we possibly can, so that we can have a path that moves from it to the other side also. Now let's get one more over here somewhere. I believe we should be able to squeeze something in. There we go. We'll get one over there, and hopefully, yeah, we'll do something like this. That'll work. Get it really nice and close. There we go. Awesome. Now we will need to provide some nice paths up this side, up this area over here, and I think that is going to be pretty cool if we do something like this. Tie it in there. Tie it in there. Run it down through that side, something like this, something like that. That's awesome. That's pretty good. And do we actually probably gonna run it out all the way over there? We'll tie that one in too. So stuff like that is what we'll still have to do. So this guy has filled up enormous amounts of workers there. I'm gonna go ahead and pay for my little paths, and that's okay. We're not going to use those paths just yet. So we can actually get the guys to build that if they can get access to it. Now, lots and lots of people going to start using facilities straight away. They're going to the library. They're going to go to school. They're going to go to kindergarten. They're going to go to the orphanage. Immediately, lots of people in the orphanage. And the orphanage doesn't have any facilities. So let's quickly grab our local distribution office and just make sure we are, in fact, dropping off some stuff at the orphanage for people to get there. So let's just get it up to about 60% over there. So we should get those guys to go and deliver. Yes, there we go. Nice. Okay, so now the source of concrete is not producing, but some of the stuff is already coming here. The reason for it, though, is because we don't have any workers over here. So we need to get some workers. And I need to bring some buses over here. I've been talking about it for a while and never actually done it. Now let's get a bit of a bus station going on. I'm thinking something simple, right? If we do that, I think that's going to be simple enough and provide us access to. Maybe this is even better. I don't want it on the road there because I'm worried and I want to try and give it a little bit of room. What other bus stops do we have? I mean, we have some other. We could just do something like this, can't we? Feels like a little bit of overkill. We're never going to use a bus stop of that size over here. But let's just do the normal one. We could try one of these ones also. We could certainly try one of these. But maybe not one of those. Let's just get a stock standard bus station. We're going to place it somewhere like this, where we should hopefully have it all do its thing. There we go. We'll place the bus station there. I'm probably going to just pay for this so that we can get workers over here and we can end up getting things to run a little quicker. If I do that, that's going to be a little bit better. So let's do that, and we'll also go ahead and pay for this guy and then get the footpaths up and running. So one footpath can connect over there. That should be just fine. The others will just kind of walk that way. So I think that's going to be all good. Let's get that done. So this will work. This will work. Now I just need to run a bus over here. If I do that, we should all be good. But we don't have any buses over here. So let's go down to our depot, grab a few buses, bring them on over here. I wish I could just send the entire depot that I've selected, right? So over here, we've got some buses parked over there, unfortunately. So if I could send all of them, let me just grab... You know what? I'm just going to do this guy and just move them one by one. I think that seems to be the easiest way. Click them as I need them. That building is enormous. I hope we can deal with that. But what is this saying? All vehicles home? That's not what I'm after. Okay, make a way. Get these guys to come on over here. They can come and park in this location so we can use them as we need them. And yes, you guys are right. Well, as soon as we get all of this up and running, we can start building some more stuff. I don't want to... the rest I actually want us to build ourselves. I think there's a lot of stuff that we have, like infrastructure-wise, that we've paid for. But I do want us to try and build a lot of this stuff ourselves. Now, we don't have anybody actually working here. Okay, so what I'm going to do... we should have a bus station... Where are all of these people going? Temperature too low. Lots of people without work. And they can, of course, go over there. But we can't actually load up on people there. Now, they don't have... We don't actually have a... Temperature is too low. The temperatures should be getting better, right? So, a bus station then. A bus station. We need a bus station in this general area. So, let's try and squeeze something in here. Obviously, wanting probably the medium bus station is probably about the right size for us. And yeah, that would work in this general location also. So let me do... Well, let's spin it around. We'll place it in there so we can get people to access that a little closer. Let's make sure to... That doesn't want to... There we go. So now we've actually got access to that bus station. Let's pay for that. And we also need some walking access over here. So we can get these guys. Make their way on out this way. And we'll pay for that. And we'll pay for this. And then we need to run buses from here to over here for workers, but we're also going to start to need to run them over in this general area. So let's put some parking in place. Optimize traffic, large parking lot. We need it fairly central. Yeah, so somewhere like that. Probably going to be okay. Let's do that. Let's pay for this. We don't have any vehicles over here, so let's just do that. Now, parking facilities. We can slowly start putting in some parking facilities in this area. I think that's going to be just okay. Oh, in here? I don't want to do anything on that side. That side's too pretty. Oh, look at this. We could squeeze in some parking over here. So let's do... Let's do parking in here. That's awesome. I think that's going to be fine. So let's do some parking like that. We'll link them up this way and we'll then run that through this way and through this way. I am worried about doing it that way also. So let's just do that. Make sure we've got some access. Oh, we need a fire station over here, guys. I'm just thinking about it. This is the fire station here, and it needs to be... we need to get it built. We honestly need to get it built. I will... Oh, we're still waiting on a train. I'll leave that there for the time being so we can actually make that work. Do we have our buses on the way here? Are my buses? Here they come. Here they come. Using our interchange. Let's pause it and have a look as it gets through there. There's a bit of a... Oh, look at that. Proper Soviet infrastructure over here. Okay. What I'll do is I'll get the helicopters to start building some more stuff because I see they are not doing anything at the moment. So we'll quickly do that. Look at that. Coming over there in the distance is absolutely cool. That building is enormous because these guys are pretty big. So that building is enormous. Let's get the fire station up and running. I think it's going to be important that we get the fire station built as quickly as we can. We could probably get the fire trucks to come down here too. That's I think that's going to be important too. Okay, so we'll get those two to make a move on it. There's a lot going on, a lot. Some parking over here. We'll need to do more parking. We can do other spots of parking. Definitely we can. Do we have a vehicle dealership? I don't know. I'm not going to look for it right now, but I'm just thinking I should probably bring some more fire trucks over this way so that it's ready to go when that station actually opens. What's going on with my trains? Still waiting on these guys. Yeah, they're doing their thing. I'm getting warnings for citizens' health being quite low. We've got a number of fire trucks ready to go here. So I may just use it from straight over there and start bringing these guys over. I wonder if they'll make it, actually. Because they generally only fill up with fuel once they arrive at their depot. But let's see what in fact happens. That arrow button thing there, that fast forward button there, just moves it over here. And I'm guessing it's got something to do with which vehicles will be loaded first when something is coming to load up on vehicles. That's a fire ladder. We'll do that. Is there anybody else that we still need to move? Heading to ExactChaos. This one. Heading to ExactChaos. So that's all of them coming over this way. So we'll have some fire trucks here, hopefully fairly soon. It's going to be important that we do get that up and running. Our helicopters should arrive any minute now to start construction over here. Interesting that it runs through that one, but it doesn't really matter. There's a lot of rails ready to go, so running through there is not the end of the world. Not the end of the world. I did want to quickly go back and have a look to see if we have sorted out our coal shortage at IC4 over here. Not yet is the answer. What is this guy bringing in? That's gravel. That is interesting. So gravel is going over here, and then it's going over to Kanameri, to the Port of Chaos, basically. So to fill that one up there, which is okay. It's just going to fill up on gravel over here first, I'm guessing, if it needs gravel, but it really doesn't. So it's just going to pass on through. I do wonder where my other coal trains are. I should really not be taking this long, but we're playing on slightly slow speed. So definitely in the next playthrough that I do, and I'm quite keen to call this to an end at some point, the next playthrough that I'm going to do, we're going to definitely use a lot of the lessons that we've learned in this first one, or in this one, and apply that. And one of the things is we're going to try and keep the population a little bit lower, just so we don't run into lag. So we definitely I'm going to push this to 250. That's the whole plan with our new area. But we are starting to struggle to get it economically feasible to do that. So in the next one, we're going to try and keep it at the lowish number. Lots of stuff is starting to happen over here. That's good. We've got some buses arriving. We should have lots of people. I'm going to not have passengers and students in this location. And instead, I'm going to grab this guy and I'm going to say, come in over there and drop off over there. Now, one thing. Let's cancel that. Before I do that, how far is this? And now we've got the measuring tool, so we can actually have a look. How far would it be to walk. Well, let's do something like that. From there to there. 400. I think that's too far, right? What's the furthest that they actually walk? We can have a look at that by saying over here. So the furthest people are going to go is 400. They won't go further than 400. 400 is the walking distance. So from there to there, it's going to be 420. So it won't work. It just won't work. Even if we pop out the guy straight from over there, we might get them to work over here. We probably won't get them to work over there because the straight line through there is saying 420 by the time it reaches here. So we will need to run the bus. It's probably for the better anyway. Though if you have people walking within walking distance, that's of course enormously better to do that. So now we've got this guy going on, running through there. That should be a pretty quick route. 2 buses should, well, actually even 1 bus should be sufficient to deal with that, right? Because it'll be back before the guys have left. So let's rename this to Hecto. What was it? Yeah, Hecto. Hecto, and this is asphalt and gravel, asphalt and concrete, asphalt, concrete. Okay. Workers though. Wow, what a name. We will space it if we have buses, but I think that's going to be okay. Let's just start on one of them like so. I think that's going to be okay. Then we have a bus already running this area. I just want to change it. Stop. I think that's actually the bus. So we can just grab this and say, instead of going to this one, I actually just want you to please go over there, right? And we will, well, let's get in, get out. Doesn't really matter. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to remove that one, and there we go. So now those guys that's already on this line, which is 2 vehicles, should be okay to run this general area. Now that means we should get stuff to start working over here. I'm hoping that, we don't have buses in this one. No, we do have 2 buses over there. And where are they actually getting their, the source of workers is empty. Let's just check. The source of workers has been, is this one, right? Well, what we'll do is we will move it on over to that one. So that source of workers is now available. So these buses, you should start seeing them run straight away. We need these things built pretty quickly. That is looking pretty good. Are we able to load? Yes, we are able to load pretty full loads of people here, I'm guessing. 95 people going to the new heat workers. That's hecto stock though. We should go hecto heat workers. Anyway, and then we should start running some heat in this area. Yeah, that should. I'm actually going to follow this bus in. This bus, I believe, has our workers on it. Excellent. It's a bit of a detour to go all the way to the back on this one, but that's okay. That is okay. And we'll have our very first workers popping up to all of these guys. Actually, only 2 of them. I've only switched on 2 of them. And there we go. Heat is now being produced at remarkable rates. Let's quickly switch over to have a look at our interiors. Our interiors is not bad at all. These internal stuff is now going to start going up so that no one will be out in the cold anymore. I can imagine that this one little hospital is not sufficient to deal with that massive building over there. And even this, actually, it's holding its own. It's holding its own. As long as all of these things remain fairly full. Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, pretty good, actually. We should be able to keep people fairly happy over here. So a lot of people without work. We kind of anticipated that much. Citizens unable to enjoy culture. That is quite interesting. Because we've got a few things over here, but it might not be, probably not sufficient, right? We're not managing to move enough people through some of these. Oh, lots of people waiting at the library, trying to sort themselves out. Lots of people at the school. Is this facility being used? Yes, this facility is being used. So sporting shouldn't be such a big problem. Electronics meet. Some people are not getting what they want. Really, the big one is, in fact, the culture. So from a culture perspective, do we have something that's going to sort out culture for us over here? Palace of Communism will help. The Republic Theatre over there will help. Okay, so things will start to look up as soon as we build more buildings. So I'm not too worried about that just yet. What I will do, though, is do a little bit of this, though. Let's do something like this, so we can start tying some buildings in here. That's cool. We do this, tie that in there. I like it. That's awesome. And we should then be able to run a little something this way. Yeah, that'll work. We'll provide another access point there. And run it straight past this guy and in there. That's good. So now we've got a little bit of that going on. We'll see about how we connect a lot of these guys in, but for the time being, all working, all good. What we don't have is direct connection on this side, so let's see about what we're missing out on. Of course, what we could do is we could do a little bit of this and get everybody to do that. What I'm also keen on doing is running something like that in there, and we'll do some of those. And now we'll see people walking through this side. Excellent. And now they're going to move their way in here. Okay, excellent. That is good. That is good. That is good. We've got some fire trucks ready to go. And now stuff should be being used. Yeah, we've got workers ready to go. We're just not exporting. Excellent, guys. Excellent. We are getting the concrete all going. We cannot export any asphalt. Do we have the vehicles? Yes, we do. So we're probably not asking for any asphalt at the moment. Yeah, everything is on site. So this should be built fairly quickly. Then we'll get our vehicles in place and that will be it. At least we'll have some fire coverage ready to go. That is underway. I am loving the fact that we're doing a lot of this construction again ourselves. Keeping an eye on it is awesome. And we should have heat workers ready all the time. Oh, it's looking good. It's looking really good. The 2 buses is doing an amazing job. Is it only 2? Might be 3. No, I think it's only 2. There we go. And that is done. Now, we will need fire trucks over here. So at least we've got a few. So let's move them in. So we get our fire coverage ready to go. Are we pausing? Oh, I'm pausing. I pause it so easily, really. Ooh. An interesting way that they're dealing with that. And what I'll have to do is make sure that we connect some workers over here. We've got an electricity problem somewhere. Keep an eye out. Okay, now we've got the ability to get some firefighters over here, but of course we don't have any workers. So now let us see if we run some workers. Like so. Will that actually get people all the way there? I don't think so. I'm worried that that's too far away. So it's going to end up not having any firefighters in that area. So what we could potentially do is do a little bit of a bypass there. Oh, excellent. Excellent, 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 excellent. So these guys are in fact going to go and be firefighters for us. So let's just see our firefighting coverage. Everything needing firefighter coverage apart from these guys getting their coverage. So what I'll do is I'll extend this road connection in the hopes that it in fact, now, I am a little cautious about this, so let's do it up to about there. I just want to make sure it looks nice, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to rip that out, and we're going to pay for this. So do that, and end up doing all of this. And so hopefully that means our fire coverage will now extend all the way. Yes, good stuff. Good fire coverage extensions. Everywhere. I think most of the buildings, some of these power infrastructure pieces will need a little bit more work, so we'll have to keep an eye out for that. But now at least we've got firefighters ready to go and support everything here. And we in fact are cleaning this guy out. There's still tons of people without jobs. Don't know why they are not here ready to fill up a bus. Feels like we need more people around here. But all in all, good. Okay, let's park that for the minute. There's a fair bit. Oh, the hospital here is done too. Nice. So now, with that in mind, what I can do is I can start assigning some more construction. So let's assign some of these. That's okay. We can assign that one. I wouldn't mind starting on some of those. But what we can instead do is let's get these built up. So let's just start off with that plus this one. If we go with that, these should be pretty quick. These should be pretty quick. So now more construction will be happening. Let's quickly go back and have a quick tour around some of our other cities and see how things are going. Our population is still... Is it stable? Is it growing? I think it is pretty stable. What I've done over here is I've had to end up building another heating plant because we were running out of heating. But I think now this area is pretty well covered. And there's not much else happening in this location as we speak. Now, if we go down over here to Ultimagrad, there's a lot happening here. Our airport is done. Look at that. I haven't seen anybody on this other runway just yet. But it would be cool. Keep an eye on that in the future at some point. We were building this. All done. All done. And is that filled up with people? It is in fact filled up with people. Lots and lots of people that doesn't have anywhere to work. And what are you missing? Building is without power supply. So this one is getting a bit of a dropout at some point. Where's your power coming from? So you're overextended at this stage. Ooh, massively overextended. Massively overextended. So we need to bring in some more power just over here. So let's bring in at least one. Actually, where? I wish there was a way we could see our transformers. So there's one there, and that's overextended. There's one over here, and that's probably two. So let's see about actually a bit of a transformer right over here. So if I just place it there, okay, that should work. We'll get this path that we've got here, get that to extend a little. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pay for the path, but what we'll do is we'll get the rest of the stuff built by the guys because they do a pretty decent job. Now, what I'll do is we'll try and get some underground power lines connected. Where do we have large-scale power infrastructure? We do have some over here, but we can probably bring another line in from this side. So let's see. Yeah, that's probably the right thing to do. Can I... Now, zoom it in a bit. If I drop this and some more. Okay, so if we do this. Now, I actually wonder how long it'll take to build this. And if we do that. So let's not pay for it and let's just commission it and see how long the guys will actually take to build it. So we're not in deep trouble with the power. It's just this guy flickering from time to time. The others, oh no, the others are all without power supply. So yeah, we are in deep trouble. But let's see how quickly the guys can come around and build it. Is this assigned? No, it's not even assigned. A what? Oh, you know what? That's the problem. That's why I wanted to be assigned. I don't understand what happened there, by the way. But now we should get this guy assigned. Ultimacon 2 and Ultimacon 1 is ready to go. What I am also interested in seeing, if we go down underground, is anybody assigned to this one? Excellent. People are assigned. It'll take, actually, that's not that bad. A little bit of gravel, some electronic components, and a lot of work days is basically all that it's going to take. And I'm assuming guys are being dropped off in here. Why do we have rail? That's quite interesting. Got some rail going on over there, but we'll keep an eye on it, see if that actually works. Hopefully this will sort out fairly quickly. So there's a lot more stuff in here. I do like the little shape of this. This really looks nice. There's a lot more for us to do over here in Ultima Grad as well. I think, well, it's kind of okay, but we can clean it up a little bit. I still want to fill in a few more blocks of residential components over there. Not with it, we're probably going to use the workers, but they will be living over here to help us get towards our 250k mark. But we are struggling at the moment to maintain that population. I think we're probably running out of food and things as well. So what is our food happiness looking like? Is food over here? Yeah, food is okay, actually. Food is okay. I believe pollution has dropped a little bit. There's now a lot more people not being able to visit a doctor, which may be here, but it may also be at Hector Stock. This all looks good. Everybody has clothing at that high rate. People due to sickness not working, due to no workplace. Lots of people without a workplace. People can generally study. Children who cannot study, however, there's a few people not able to find a university, and I think a lot of that is Hector Stock because we haven't built a university there yet. So they'll have to just bear with us for the time being over here. Only 2,400 without a flat, 21 plus without a flat. So we are actually making a pretty big dent in that number. Let's move on over here. Have a quick another look at some of the stuff that we've been doing over here. Do we have trains ready to go? We have one, so we can probably get... Oh, we can't get the gravel train ready. We're waiting for some more pieces. This is still working, so the changes that we've made over here is in fact working. Irinsky, I think, should be all good. I don't think there was any big issues here with Irinsky, and I don't think we have any power problems at the moment. So really, things are not too bad. Oh, these construction offices we had the specialized construction offices. Yeah, that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. We don't yet have the legal side of things in here. Well, the new update. Waiting for that new update in December. It's going to be pretty cool. This one is filling up. All of our distribution is working fairly well over here. Now, let's go back to our central hub and see if we're still good on stuff like food. Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. Fine with that. Fine with clothing. What is this? Electronics is okay. Chemicals is all good. Fabrics has never been healthy over here. We're just going directly to the clothing factories. Electronic components are all good. The mechanical components all good. And plastics. We're out of plastics. That's not good. And meat. We're out of meat. Okay. Now, let's quickly do something to remedy that before we conclude this episode. So, what is in here? No plastic. Lots and lots of food. Lots and lots of food. 500 tons of food. So, our food situation is not looking too bad. What I'm kind of wondering is if we could expand the food storage, local food storage a little bit more. Maybe that's something we can look at. Where does our plastics come from? I believe we've got a fair bit of plastic production happening up here. What are you doing? You're loading up on clothing. This is plastic production. And we are all filled up. So it's basically... Basically a train thing. We're waiting for a train to come and pick up plastics. Now this guy's on his way out. Oh, must be. Oh, no, no, no. It's loaded up a little bit of plastics. It's interesting. I'm assuming there's someone here. Let's just check this line. Central to Vraska. So what are you in fact loading over here? You are loading, that's at Central though. Then over here, what are you doing? You are loading up on plastics, but we're only allowing a very minimal amount on this train. And is this being blocked off by other stuff? Doesn't seem to be the case. Maybe. Maybe. If I have a look here, oh, we can't look at the detail, can we? Oh, no, we can. So how many do we have that's going to be able to do plastics? That one can do plastic or chemicals, plastics or mechanical components, and this is why we have an issue. So we may have to run an extra train out here to get more plastics, but I don't think plastics by itself is going to be a big deal for us. We'll just need to keep an eye on it. The one that worries me more is meat production. So let's quickly have a look down here. Livestock, I don't think is a problem. Yeah, so we constantly have enormous amounts of livestock available, so that's okay. So I think the big deal is really that we are not being able to... Oh, are we not moving the livestock here quick enough? So an extra livestock train could do the trick for us. Yeah, there we go. That's a livestock train. So another livestock train. That is unloading livestock at a rapid pace, but as quickly as it's unloading it, this guy is producing meat from it. And that's going directly onto this train. My goodness. Okay, another livestock train it is then. So now the livestock train is on the way. Do we have 120 tons of livestock ready to go? We've got more than that. Okay, so that's it. Another livestock train should sort that out. Luckily, it's a pretty easy fix, I think. Pretty easy fix because we should have a train ready to go. Where am I going to? Over here. Yeah, there we go. So let's just get another livestock train going. So you, my friend, move in over here. And then we'll set up another livestock train. That's going to be cool. Citizens' health is too low. So I'll need to actually have a look at that. So let's quickly have a look at that and see. That may be why we are struggling with population. So why would your health in this area be too low? Generally, it's because you can't get food. Yeah, there we go. You can't get food. Where is your where's your local shop? Okay. Let's have a quick look at that. You can't reach a shop? That is a potential problem. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I try and avoid too many of these underground thingies. So, but what I'm gonna do in this area is I'm going to say, guys, let's do a bit of an underground connection somewhere over there, and then pop these guys over. We'll pop it up. Somewhere like that. If we are you in here, and on this side, we'll see about running a little path up through there. Honestly, you're not going to squeeze. That is not good. Okay, hang on. We could maybe make this work. Not what I wanted to do there, by the way. What I was thinking is we could maybe... Don't be snapping to everything, please. this is what I wanted to do. That's not going to work. That is not going to work. So what we'll do is we'll have to... Even here, it's not gonna... actually, this might work. Actually, let's do that. That's good, because that will... That's awesome. Yes, so if we tie in these guys... That should help us out a little bit. Okay, so we'll pay for a few of these things, and hopefully that means people will in fact get there. So let's quickly go and do the tunnel component of it. Underground, please. Ooh. There we go. What's the length of that? Let's cancel that so we can double check that length. Oh yeah, that's good. And pay for that component, please. Now, I'm hoping... Oh, these things need to be built. I'm hoping that'll sort out our food issues. Honestly, I'm hoping this will get the guys there. Yes, 400 meters exactly for that guy. This guy should hopefully be able to get there too. It can get there as well. And this guy. Also, you can get there. And this guy should be able to get there that way around. So hopefully we've sorted out that issue with regards to the health being too low here because people aren't getting food. The power is being built over here. No problems whatsoever. The livestock train. Okay. I was busy doing the livestock train. Let's get the livestock train going up. And that'll be the end of the episode, guys. That'll be the end of the episode. So let's get up all of these guys, and probably they need to do 6 more of those wagons. Another livestock train, please. You can be assigned to livestock. Ultima livestock, please, and make a star. So a double train of livestock is what we're after. No production at the coal-fired power plants. That's correct. This is doing hoppers now, and after hoppers you can do 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more boxcars. That's good. This is where the gravel will go. Everything is starting to run a bit smoother. We are still dealing with some issues from time to time. We are still dealing with some issues, and I'm hoping that we'll see meat pop up a little bit quicker now that we've got the second train running. I'm not expecting it to be fixed straight away. Meat, luckily, is not one of those things that people get too annoyed with not having, as long as they have food. That should be all good. See how we're progressing over here. Oh, awesome. Awesome. We're building stuff. We are building stuff. And this isn't the helicopters building it. This is our local guys doing their bit. Excellent. Lots happening. Lots happening. How's things going over here? Lots of people without work. Lots of people unable to enjoy culture, go to church. That's fine. The rest is absolutely amazing, though. So if we can just get a few more people to be able to get cultural activities done, I would have thought this would help, but maybe not at the kind of scale. Maybe that'll help a little bit more. This one will certainly help. So there's lots of bits and pieces that needs to happen. Play for that little chunk there. And there's a lot of people hanging out here, and I don't necessarily want that. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to switch off this railway station for the time being, so that they all make their way over here for work on construction sites and the likes. Okay, guys, that is going to do us for this episode. If you've enjoyed it, please hit the like button. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.